Okay, this is variation 1, day 1. This is going to be primarily a skip day. You're going to have your athletes in multiple rows, have them walk out so they have space in between each other, and they're going to perform a thoracic rotation with a wide stance. So Court will walk out until he's got space. He'll take a wide stance. Hands are going to be interlaced behind his head. He hinges down, and then he rotates one elbow to the ceiling and alternates sides. He's going to perform 10 each side, trying to keep his back straight and trying to look up at his elbow as he rotates to the ceiling. Have a 20, 30, 40-yard distance in between both cones, and then when he's done with this drill, he'll just jog out to the end of the distance you've prescribed. After that, you're going to have him perform a light skip down and back. Light skip down and back. This is just to like wake up that pattern for the day. And then he's going to go into a side shuffle. Make sure that they face the same way for their side shuffle both ways. Sometimes athletes like to turn and then they're actually just side shuffling the same way with their body. After that, probably about 10, 15 yards into your 20, 30, 40-yard line, you're going to want that be the marker for their dynamic stretches. Court's going to perform a marching toe touch where he kicks out in front of him, touches his toe. So he'll marching toe touch every step. And then once he hits that 15-yard mark, he'll just jog out the rest of the way. Okay. Then after that, you're going to skip for either height or distance, and you'll alternate these every day. So we're going to have Court skip for height. It's going to be at 50%. 50% down and back should just be obvious that you're skipping for either height or distance. So at 50%, I should just be able to tell, like, oh, he's purposely doing that for height, or oh, he's purposely doing that for distance, but it doesn't need to be really hard. Then we're going to do a reverse bound. That's different than a back pedal. The athlete's going to lean forward and kick out behind him, trying to gain ground with each bound. He'll go down and back on each one. And then that will be followed by a walking quad stretch where he's going to grab his leg, pull it up behind him, take a step forward, and switch legs. Try not to have your athletes walk in between stretches, but instead just perform the stretch on one side, perform the stretch on the other, go out for 10, 15 yards, and then jog out the rest of the way. Okay. At that point, then down and back, Court's going to skip 75% for height. If we started with height, we're going to finish with height the whole day. The next time we skip, we'll do it for distance, and then each added intensity of 50, 75, 90% will stick with either height or distance. After that, we have a straight leg skip. Court's going to keep his knees completely straight, and he's going to perform a straight leg skip. Yep. Okay. Court's then going to perform a lunge and rotate. He's going to lunge, and then he's going to rotate his T-spine. Every step he's going to lunge, so he's not going to walk in between. Lunge and rotate. He'll perform that for 15 yards, and then he'll jog out the rest of the distance. All right, then we finish off our skips with 90% for height. I tell my athletes that this should feel explosive. He's jumping as high as he can for 90%, down and back the whole 30 yards that you've outlined. Okay. Lastly, we're going to finish out with a unilateral A-skip, meaning he's going to just perform an A-skip on either his left leg going down and then on his right leg coming back. So he's going to do a left leg A-skip. Good. And then on the way back, he's going to perform a right leg A-skip. Okay. Then you'll have your athletes walk out, hand them a dowel, and they're going to lay on their stomach. They're going to start with the dowel outstretched. Forehead is on the ground. They're going to lift it up off the ground, bring it behind their neck, tap the back of their neck, press back out, staying high, and then touch the ground. Lift it up, tap their neck, press out, touch the ground. Performing 10 reps of this to wake up their shoulder girdle muscles. After they've done 10, they can just leave the dowel on the ground. They're going to sit up tall with their legs out in front of them. For their long sit, hip flexion, abduction, adduction, arms are going to be straight. They're sitting really tall, lift their leg up, and they're going to tap the ground out wide, lift it up, tap the ground in the middle, and they're gonna perform 10 taps on one leg, 10 taps on the other leg. You can come up behind your athletes, put your shin against their spine, and kind of pull them up into a really big long sit, so that it really stresses their hip flexor throughout the movement.